There you are. I was beginning to get worried. I thought something terrible might happen to you at the furnace, especially since your memory is gone.
No, I don't remember much of anything. I wouldn't even know my own name if you hadn't told me.
Every Cyclopean child knows the name of Grimwall. You're the great hero of the War of the One.
War of the One? Can you tell me about it?
Oh my. You are confused, aren't you? The War of the One was a pivotal point in the history of our people. For years, we had fought the insectoids, neither side gaining ground as the planet was ravaged by countless battles. The Makers, creators of all and of nothing, watched silently for many years before taking action. They spoke to the leaders of both sides through grand visions, declaring that there was to be one final battle for supremacy. The victor would rule the planet, and the defeated race would be forced underground, never to return to the surface again.
We won?
Yes, thanks to you. You destroyed nearly a third of the troops, all by yourself.
All right. Welcome back, folks, to more Sanitarium.
If we won, then why are these things back above ground?
No one really knows. Actually, no one really believed the story of the War of the One, or thought that there were any insectoids. Until now.
That evil machine will be silent for a while.
Evil? It's just a furnace, isn't it?
The thing was burning children, Graven. Cyclopean children.
What? But how can this be? Gromna would never allow such a thing to happen.
I don't think Gromna had much of a say.
Gromna? That's the name the bugs were using at the furnace. They said he's giving the orders to burn the children's bodies.
That's absurd. He's my mentor, a brilliant entomologist. He'd never...
What?
Entomologist. He's our foremost specialist on insects. That's why the Peace Council chose him for this mission.
Mission? What mission? What the hell is going on here?
We were sent here to examine this hive a few months ago. We were captured, but Gromna convinced the Queen to put aside her plans of conquest and negotiate a peace treaty. Since then, it's been peaceful for both sides. In fact, tomorrow is the day that both leaders will meet to sign the treaty.
I tell you it's true, Graven. Something is terribly wrong here, and I think that this Gromna person is somehow involved. You must help me.
I'm sorry, but I can't. Not unless you have some physical proof to back up these wild accusations.
Very well. If proof is what you want, then that's what you'll get.
Take my advice. That harness you're wearing won't get you past every security device. You might want to see the cyber technician for an upgrade.
An upgrade?
Who designed these robotics?
Gromna, Honorable Assistant to Her Majesty.
Where is he?
He is within the Queen's chambers. Since it is the eve of retribution, there is much preparation required. His plan must be executed perfectly.
What plan do you speak of?
Your memory banks must be fluctuating. Gromna has seen the error of his kind's ways, and has come to aid us in our desire for revenge. With his gift of cybernetics, we shall once again rule the surface.
Eve of retribution?
Are your memory pathways in need of service? The eve of retribution is known by us all. As of tomorrow, we will return to our rightful position as the dominating race of the planet. Under the guise of peace, we shall collect a debt that has been unpaid for decades.
How will this gift aid us? Are we not mighty enough to conquer this cyclops without them?
Without the speed of cybernetics, we would be vulnerable to the nuclear fire which the enemy controls, incinerated before we even reach the city. But with the aid of cybernetics, we will be swarming within the walls of the capital before their hands can even reach the launch buttons. The dawn will bring the age of the insectoid. It is inevitable.
I need to get my shit upgraded. Alright, we need to get our harness upgraded somehow. TikTok isn't talking about our shit.
Not permitted within the Queen's chamber. Entry denied.
Crap.
There we go.
I require my ID harness to be upgraded.
Upon whose authorization will I grant this procedure?
You
delay in your response. I am busy. Return when you can produce the proper authorization.
Look, fuck you, bug nuts.
Graben, TikTok requires authorization to upgrade my ID harness. Who can do that?
Normally, Gromna is the only one who can authorize such upgrades. But with the increased activity in the Queen's chambers, he remains there almost exclusively. I think we can fool TikTok if I make my position sound important enough.
What should I say?
Tell him that your authorization comes from Graben, protege of Gromna, honorable assistant to Her Majesty. That should do it.
You say so. I want to play a four-armed cyclops in all video games.
I require my ID harness to be upgraded.
Upon whose authorization will I grant this procedure?
Graben, protege of Gromna, honorable assistant to Her Majesty.
Graben, hold while I search my databanks for confirmation. My records indicate that Graben is the assistant to Gromna. However, his authorization alone is not enough. I will need to verify that you are of sufficient age to be placed within the Royal Guard. Proceed to limb scanner for positive age identification.
No luck. It would be that would harm even me. Now, it would no. I can't. An insectoid? No, I hit that hit.
Okay.
I
Put that shit up, you stupid fucker.
The mechanized arm survived the fire. I wonder if it can be used against them beasts.
It can, but only if you take it.
The furnace up.
Age requirements verified. Upgrade authorized. Step forward to have ID harness upgraded. Prepare for upgrade treatment.
Treatment? What treatment?
A treatment. They found a way to slow down the disease. It says here that a Dr. Morgan was ultimately responsible for developing the DNAV treatment. Didn't you study with the Dr. Morgan back in med school?
I was still a sophomore when he earned his doctorate.
Well, the treatment's called HOPE. It's supposed to decelerate the growth of the DNAV, almost doubling the lifespan of affected children.
The Aztecs found a way to survive the plague of Quetzalcoatl without conventional modern medicine. Well, hey, if Morgan is close to a cure, a true cure, then maybe he can use another set of hands. Maybe it's time to pack up here and go home.
What in the name of the Maker?
No shit.
Save game.
That's what I've been thinking this whole game.
Return to game.
Royal Guard class confirmed. Enter.
Yes! By the Maker! These are Cyclops babies!
Dr. Morgan? What test is this?
Ah, Max. You're just in time. This is a test of the subject's threshold. The serum will travel directly to the neurotransmitters of the brain and without actually harming the monkey, cause it to feel excruciating pain all over its body.
What? That's not an experiment. It's torture! What possible purpose?
When you outrank me in lab years, Max, you can question the methods. I see the potential fruits of our research, and that justifies the means. A valuable lesson in scientific research, Max. In layman's terms, you can't make an omelet without breaking a few eggs.
Which is most likely
there's a
why we
fire
see
in my
Max
brain.
freak out in the beginning of the intro. That's why he calls his wife.
The only good bug is a dead one. The glow from within must be some large fire. The glow... a tube or tunnel of some sort. I wonder how it can be activated. I'll burn all of these grubs before I leave here. This cyclops is half bug. Who are you?
Gritza.
Gritza?
Yes. That's my name, Gangplank.
Where are you from?
From...
Where are you from?
From... Team... Ream...
Team? What team is that?
Search...
Team retard.
Search... Team... Sent to... Examine... Insectoids... Gromna... The leader... Betrayer...
Gromna? He was your leader and betrayer? How did he betray you?
Betrayer! He did this to me. My body... Not Cyclops anymore. Half beast. His experiments left me for I am a freak now.
What has he done to you? What experiments?
His quest wants to live forever. Sees insects as the answer.
Team?
Search.
What? I don't understand. What answer?
Bastard!
What are you doing here?
My duty to the Queen.
What duty is that?
Tend the young ones. They are fragile children. So young. Bottles of joy.
These bottles have children in them?
Clones. Grumnas. Pets.
An insect?
Well, guess we just nabbed
I'll
one of the
burn
little
all
babies
these
with us.
grubs before I leave here. A cyclops baby in a bottle. Atrocity!
We have some proof from Gavin now. We can show him the kind of atrocities that are taking place.
I brought you the proof you asked for, Gravin. Are you going to help me?
By the Makers. Yes, of course. I suppose we should search Gromna's pod. Come on. I have his globe code.
A large hut. Looks like someone's living quarters. If only I could get there. If only... A large... What's the globe code, Gravin?
Immortal. That's the word to unlock the door.
Password.
Immortal.
Enter.
Big surprise there.
What are those?
They appear to be schematics of some kind. Judging by the shape and general mass, I'd say they were diagrams of the Great Machine.
Great machine? What's that?
It's the huge round piece of machinery that sits on the edge of the hive. Some say it was left there by the Makers themselves. Others think that it's a power source of some type. It used to emit a weird humming noise, but now it remains silent.
What?
According to these notes, 2 parts may have been removed to aid the insectoids. I need to visit the Great Machine and see for myself.
I need to talk with the creators of this game and see how much acid they were on when they wrote it. Because I'd like to borrow some...
Mutilated grubs. What is Gromna doing with them? A locked cabinet. I suspect that the traitor keeps something important within. This pillow appears to be rather lumpy. Aha! A key! Graven's to a sledgehammer should come in handy. A control device. It seems to be generating an odd sound.
Save game. Return to
Check the
game.
chalkboard. Probably won't get much out of it.
Gromna's notes. They say that the sound generator will open the worm transport tube.
Or not. Let's head back to the Queen's chamber.
A sound. Must I pass through the bowels of the monster?
You must. Whoa! I just got swallowed by a bug anus.
Hello, my children. Yes, Father is here. Father is here. Yes, my children.
What have they done to this poor fellow? He's got an insectoid body. Who are you?
I am Grundle, and you are
I am Grimwall.
Grimwall, the hero. Too late to save us now, hero.
It's never too late.
Where are you from?
Research team sent to investigate the insectoids.
Sent by whom?
Council of Peace sent us to stop the plague of insectoids.
Plague? You mean the insects were going to take over the cities below?
Yes, until Gromna came up with his plan.
You mean the peace treaty?
Peace treaty? Hell no! He's helping the bugs get stronger with those cybernetics. They're going to attack during the meeting for the treaty.
What? I must warn the council before it's too late.
Already too late. Too far away from the city. Our poor people are doomed.
Gromna is a traitor!
Traitor and a butcher. He did this to me. Said he didn't want me to run away. Said I stay here forever.
Team, What team is that?
Council of Peace sent us to stop the plague of insectoids.
What are you doing here?
I feed the clones.
These aren't real children?
Real enough for the Queen to feed on.
By the Makers!
The Makers cannot help us now.
Save
but
game.
Grimwald can, baby. The mighty Grimwald will smash
Turn to game.
Children in cages! Everything I see in this place enrages me more! The grubs make noise. For what purpose?
It is the song of the puzzle.
These grubs are making some kind of faint noise. I wonder... Ugh! Yes!
Yes!
She's half bug, but she still seems aware as a cyclops. How can I save these children from such an atrocity? Who are you?
Gorilla. I'm surprised to see another cyclops in the
Very
hive,
common consonant
especially
involved
in
with
the
the
queen's
cycloptic name.
chambers. You seem familiar to me. Do I know
Gee,
you?
I wonder what it is.
I am Grimwald.
The Grimwall of the war? But how can this be? It must be a sign from the Makers.
Where are you from?
The city, of course. I was part of Grona's research team before he betrayed us.
I don't understand. How did Gromna betray your team?
It's a little complicated, but I've managed to piece it all together. I can tell you the whole story if you'd like.
I don't have much time, but I'd like to hear your story.
I'll keep it brief. After we were captured, the Queen was set to execute us, but Grona convinced the Queen to let us live. Although now I wish we had been killed swiftly, instead of suffering through Grona's so-called surgeries.
I don't understand. How does this surgery fit into the insectoid's plans?
It doesn't. Gromna has his own agenda. He seeks to unlock the secret of immortality. The insectoids have a greater metabolism than us, so he hopes to merge the two species and then use cybernetic enhancements in order to live forever. We're his experiments, his failures. We've been assigned to work here until we die.
Why do you stay here? Why not just escape?
We are part insectoid. We must obey the Queen's will, whether we want to or not. I suppose it doesn't matter anyway. One of the unfortunate side effects of merging our two species is dementia. Soon I'll be quite mad, just like the rest.
And then I'll have to visit you in a sanitarium.
What do you do here?
I tend to the clones, monitoring their life signs. When they are near the end, I must call for a drone to remove it and carry its body down to the furnace. Then another drone brings up another clone. I do what I can to make their short lives a little less painful. It saddens me to see them suffer so.
This looks like part of the great machine, but I can't move it. A sound, Graven. A piece of machinery. I hope this is what Graven wanted. A piece of machinery. A piece of no. That would harm. No. A piece of machinery. I can't use that. That won't. I can't do that. That won't solve anything. That won't solve anything. Ah, grown cyclops children. What a horrible fate! Monsters, I'll crush you. No, I must complete my task for Graven. The path is blocked. A piece of... I can't do that. I can't use that. I can't use that here. That won't solve anything.
Well, yeah, I don't quite remember this part, but anyways, we're out of time, and I'll see you in the next video, folks. Thanks for watching Sanitarium.